What's happening, fellas? Feast your eyes on this classic 2001 Shadow Ace. Ace stands for American Classic Edition, and you can see why. It is designed after the classic American big twins from the 40s and 50s, as a very timeless design to it. This particular model, the American Classic Edition, this is the deluxe edition. It has a two-tone silver and white paint with a pinstripe. Has American Classic Edition badges on the tank. This is absolutely beautiful machine. It's got the deeply balanced fenders, the big chrome spoke wheels, massive rear tire on it, and it's a 750. They made quite a few models overseas. They even sold a 125. There was in here in the States, a 250, a 600, a 700, a 750, and 1100, full model range. This particular model in 2002 was the #1 selling Honda cruiser worldwide, the American Classic Edition, and for obvious reasons, it really looks the part. It looks like a traditional classic V-twin, but Cycle World said this was the most technologically advanced V-twin engine that had ever been produced when this particular engine came out. 3 valves per cylinder, liquid cooled, single overhead camshaft, Mikuni CV carburetors, 1 feeding each cylinder, and this massive 2-in-1 bazooka pipe. Before the EPA completely neutered the manufacturers, the decibel control wasn't nearly as strict now as it then as it is now. So you actually got a nice rumble out of the stock exhaust. And one of the things I want to point out about this bike, this thing is 100% original, exactly the way it came off the dealer floor 24 years ago. And how did that happen? You might ask. Well, the guy who bought this bike bought it for his dad as a present to pay him back for all the bikes he had bought him over the years. His pops was getting up there in years and didn't ride it much. This bike has no miles on it, guys. It's 5,171 miles. Let me turn the ignition on so you can see the digital speedometer. 5,001. Oh, I went 4 miles, so 5,175 miles on it now. The American Classic Edition had the speedometer right on the middle of the gas tank, like the old Indians and Harley Davidsons. The idiot lights are up on the top of the triple clamp. This thing is mechanically a 10. 5,171 miles. The only item on the bike externally that's not original is a chain. It has a brand new chain on it. The original one just looked kind of dirty and crusty as chains do. So over the years, so we put a brand new chain on it. These are the original tires, and they still have 90% of the tread on them, which is an indication on how carefully this bike was ridden. It wasn't ridden by someone like me who would have been pushed on the envelope and the tire would be smoked at 5,000 miles. It's been babied its whole life, stored indoors, and it's in excellent cosmetic and mechanical condition. Electrically, it's a 10. The lights, turn signals, everything worked beautifully on it. The original saddle is intact and in great shape. If you've been looking for a Honda cruiser from this era, I'd look hard and long at this one, because to find one with this low miles is few and far between. Mechanically, we go through the bikes thoroughly when we get them here. So the fuel tank came off the motorcycle. It was clean, not only polished and everything on the outside, but the inside was clean too. I'll show you there's something I always recommend doing on an older motorcycle. Take a look here. Look inside the gas cap and make sure the inside of the tank, the fuel tank on this thing, is like brand new. We cleaned it thoroughly. It wasn't pretty clean, but we gave it the bicarbonate sodium treatment and cleaned it out and replaced the fuel lines. They took the carb off of it. Jeff Castine, who's retiring next week actually, this is one of the final bikes he worked on, the Manic Mechanic, and if you know his reputation, he's one of the best in the industry. So it was done right. The bike carburates flawlessly. The carb was removed, cleaned, rebuilt. He put a new battery in it, and of course it's got the new chain on it. So full major tune-up, spark plugs, carbs, battery, fuel tank is cleaned, whole fuel system's gone through on it. Then it went through the detail shop where it was given a full, what we call a rotisserie detail. It was a hot water, steam cleaned, hand washed, and then every square inch of it was from the bottom of the engine. The top of it was polished and waxed, or whatever, you know, all the painted surfaces were polished and waxed, and all the chrome surfaces were cleaned. It's a beautiful piece. When you roll in on this, the untrained eye would think this is a new 2024 American Classic Edition. It looks that good, and of course the cruiser style hasn't changed. It's a timeless design, so this thing will never go out of style. It just gets cooler as it gets older. But I want to, in the sake of full disclosure, I got to show you. There's a couple of little scratches on the gas tank here. I don't know how they got there. Might have been something in the garage. Might have done that. A couple of those scratches in the chrome right here. There's a little bit of patina on the bike, as you'd expect. It is 24, almost 25 years old. But overall, the chrome finish on the wheels looks excellent. The paint job looks beautiful. It's a well cared for bike. That's no evidence of it ever being dropped. Usually if they've been dropped, you'll see scratches around in various areas. A little bit of patina on the headlamp here. The chroming back in 01 wasn't as good as it could have been, so that's pretty common. The chrome on the side of the engine looks great. Chrome on the valve covers looks great. A couple tiny little beauty marks, tiny little pinhead style, just little marks on the paint job. One here with a keychain might have rubbed on it, but overall, it's freaking outstanding. The chain guide still has the original chain guide sticker on there. The wheels are nice and clean. Tires, although they're the original tires, there's no evidence of dry rot on them or cracking. I mean, if I was going to take it cross country, I might put a new set of skins on it. But if you're a collector and you want proof that your bike is original, if you're going to buy this and add it to your collection, then I would leave these on here. I would not change these. We never take off the original tires on a bike that's now eligible for antique plates. 20 years in Connecticut. That's the other thing. You buy classic plates for this in Connecticut, your registration and insurance is like peanuts. It's a fraction of what a new bike would cost, and your taxes, your property taxes, and your plate. The whole package for vintage plates or antique plates is phenomenal. And of course, it's a Honda. It's a carbureted, very simple bike to work on, Honda, and it won't need any work because it's Honda. It doesn't leak oil. Any other cruiser style bike from 01, you might be thinking about doing service to it, but these are virtually bulletproof. CDI ignition. Just had the oil change and a full tune-up done. It won't need anything for at least another 5,000 miles. So if you've been looking for a daily rider or a classic Honda to add to your collection, look at this one. Give us a call, 860-454-7024. We can ship it anywhere in the world for you. Junior ships 100 bikes in and roughly 100 bikes out, like 200 bikes a month. He's responsible for shipping. He'll help you with the financing if you want to finance it. And of course, we take trades. So this one won't last long. It will not be here long, I promise you that. These are highly coveted American Classic Editions. There's a reason why it was the #1 best-selling Honda in 2001 and 2002. Let's look at it. And there's a reason why it's the same reason why it's one of the easiest classics to resell, because it was desirable then. It is now. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless America. Take it for one more ride, and then it'll be on display in the New England Motorcycle Museum on the 3rd floor. So it ships to its new home. So if you want to come check it out, come anytime.
God bless America, y'all know the deal.